My name is Brian Dwyer. I'm the Director of Utility Programs for the Resilient Buildings Group. This year, we've had the pleasure to have Madelyn Bradley join us. She's a rising senior at UNH studying environmental and resource economics. It's been my delight to have Madelyn join our team, and she's done an excellent job this summer. She has a quiet confidence, an impressive work ethic, and can produce lots of results with minimal oversight. Madelyn has interacted with over 100 restaurants to inform them about energy efficiency and the New Hampshire Saves program. She has produced articles that have been published in trade publications. She's also worked on a bunch of promotional material and resources for the restaurant industry to make them more aware of energy efficiency. And her role is she's really helped to improve the resiliency and reduce the demand for energy in the restaurant industry. Madelyn, I know you're feeling under the weather today. I'm sorry about that, but I want to pass it over to you so you can talk about all the other great stuff you've done this summer. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian, for that awesome introduction. So this summer, my project has been focusing on energy efficiency within the food service industry. So this project kind of rose after the pandemic, and there were a lot of restaurant closures taking place, and kind of looking at why is this happening. And one of the reasons is restaurants in the food service industry has a very high operation cost with a very thin margin for profit. So this project based a lot of utilizing the New Hampshire Saves program, which is a collaboration of the state's utility companies to incentivize increasing the energy efficiency. So overall, the biggest barrier was education with this program. When I reached out to different members within this industry and different restaurants, only 10% of people were familiar with the program and all of its offerings. So to have my scope for the summer, because the state of New Hampshire is just a little too big to do in 10 weeks. So everywhere in the yellow highlighted area is Liberty Gas territory. And so I would create documents to find high density restaurant areas with restaurants to actually go and visit and talk about the program. Next slide, please. So as I said before, the largest barrier I realized surrounding energy efficiency. So we took multiple different approaches to kind of help break this down. So the first was community engagement, and that was working with the community trade allies within the service industry to establish that connection of trust with the restaurants and kind of just using the middleman. And we created energy savings articles, which was just very digestible material to actually we created energy savings articles that was just really simple and digestive material for people within this industry to read. That are just really quick, simple, and really give a quick synopsis of why energy efficiency is important and the different options. The next step was direct outreach and helping people know that there is a face with the program, and we're here as a resource. We created a New Hampshire Saves flyer to leave behind when we would make these site visits, just of like a quick reminder of like knowing we're here and a quick summary. And we made an energy behavior checklist, which is a resource for restaurants to use that will provide cost-free methods of saving energy, especially since prices are about to or have increased in the state. So this is an example of an article I wrote that was published in the New Hampshire Lodging and Restaurant Association monthly newsletter. And this is an example of some of the rebates that we offer and is included in our flyer of program offerings. Next slide, please. So lastly, this is a really awesome project I've been able to work on, and I'm excited to being able to continue to work on it. So utilizing this flyer I've made and kind of just keeping at it and really trying to engage with people in this community, and to hopefully really, can I just have the next image, please? Thank you. So we want to keep this trend of reducing energy costs for restaurants and increasing their profit to help create a more resilient industry in the future. And this was a really fun project for me because my college experience is based around organizations that deal with sustainable eating, and the food industries played a very important role in that. And I would like to thank everyone at Resilient Buildings Group for being so patient and giving me the opportunity to work on this project. That really meant a lot to me. And I want to also thank everyone at the Sustainability Institute for harnessing such a wonderful community between all of us, and a place where we could all feel really comfortable and want to put our best foot forward. Thank you.
Terrific, wonderful work, Madeline, and great presentation, and thank you so much. So not a question, but a comment from Emily in Rhode Island, that this is fantastic. She doesn't know of any specific targeted outreach in this for Rhode Island industry, but thinks the list of these tips and best practices that you worked on can be applied outside the state, which is really what this is all about. It's really, local level action that scales up and has ripple effects throughout. Quick question for you. I'm wondering, are there any particularly compelling talking points that you thought really resonated with restaurant owners that you were talking to during the summer?
I think a talking point that was really special was being able to provide those rebates for equipment. They're prescriptive. So it was very simple of if someone got a new combination oven or a new dishwasher, all they would have to do is just send me a picture, send me their receipt, and I was able to do kind of all the processing for them. And I think when you are able to talk real money and it's very cut and dry of, hey, if you make this upgrade, you'll be able to get this much back. I think that was a really great incentive for people in this restaurant industry, especially with small businesses where $1,000 means a lot more to a small business rather than a large corporation or a franchise.